Jacob, I want to welcome you to the show and say thank you.
Thanks.
So
I'm so glad I could
Jacob,
be here.
yes, I want you to give your own introduction if that's okay with you.
All right, sure. What's
Okay.
up, everybody? Jacob Farkas here, and I'm here with Raquel today to talk about who I am, and I'm also here to talk about my new book called The Missing Voice, which is basically a memoir about how I had trouble talking at a young age and was able to find my voice. And it's available on Amazon and at Barnes and Noble for purchase.
Love it. Now, Jacob, could you share with us a little bit as to why maybe you had some struggles when you were younger?
Well, at a young age, I had trouble communicating with others, and my mother tried to offer me some things like my bootsy, if I was thirsty, even a cookie, but she didn't know what was wrong with me, so I needed to get some help from lots of therapists and teachers. And I went to a special school back in New York when I was little, and it helped me learn how to communicate with others. They taught me things like how to use signs with popsicle sticks and to show the teachers what I wanted or needed. And I also learned how to say actual sentences, and I even learned how to use sign language. Like I learned how to say more in sign language. And as my journey continued, I was able to communicate better with others. And at the end of the book, it teaches people, even on your hardest days, don't give.
That is the best lesson to never give up. And I'm so glad that you didn't either, because look at you. Wow. You're excellent. Just you communicate much better than some adults do, Jacob.
Yeah, how do you like that?
I like it a lot. I'm very proud of you. And I love that you're trying to spread the message because I do believe there are so many people that do have struggles and obstacles in their way. And a lot of times they think that it can't get better or they give up. And you're someone that is inspiring them to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
So tell me, with the book, did how long did it take you to finish? Because I don't know how if I could do a book. That's hard.
I started this book and I believe probably like back in like summer of 2024, something like that. I
Okay.
started writing the memoir and it took a lot of work. It was very hard, but I didn't give up and kept on working more and more on this book until finally, before 2025 started, the book was finally published on New Year's Eve 2024, and I'm proud to have it published and in this world today to have this special message shared with other people worldwide.
And you should be proud of yourself for sure. So you said the book was really difficult to do. What would you say was the hardest thing about the book, about the process? Because I know there are a lot of people out there, especially kids your age, that might want to do a book, but I feel like it's important to be very realistic about what it takes. So, what would you say was the hardest thing for you? Can you pinpoint it?
Well, probably the hardest part was thinking about what I wanted this book to say, what I wanted to write in this book, and what I wanted to draw as the illustrations in this book. that was pretty hard.
Yes, and you love to draw. So do
Yeah.
you consider yourself an artist and illustrator?
Yeah.
As you should too. So with this book, what I know that you have this beautiful message that you want to share, but is it the beginning of many books that you want to write?
Um, I believe so.
Okay. Do you have another one in mind already about, yes, you do. Are you allowed to give us a little bit of a sneak peek as to what that would be?
Well, the next book that's going to be published soon is about these two twin brothers who don't really like each other, where one of them is nice and caring and loves even numbers, and on the other hand, the second brother is mean, rude, pulling pranks on others, and loves odd numbers. But the backstory goes even wait, sorry. The backstory goes the two brothers were born from a loving family as twins. They did everything together, and then they started middle school and wanted to go to separate middle schools. And then one of the brothers got bullied, called
Mhm.
names, and left out of everything. And the other brother made some new friends, joined a kindness kids club, and as the years went on, they started hating each other. Disliking each other, and then one of the brothers turns into a supervillain who's obsessed with odd numbers, and then does some odd numbered math with adding, subtracting, multiplying, and division. But on the other hand, when that um boy's brother sees his brother up to no good, he transforms into a superhero that uses even math powers of adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. And eventually they learn to work together, but it'll end on a cliffhanger, and I'm really excited for you to read it.
Ooh, so it sounds like it's the beginning of like a series of books.
Yeah, this is
Yeah?
definitely going to be serious.
Do you have an inspiration to this series?
Well, my inspiration was this is going to be something a little more child-friendly version of Spider-Man or Superman or Batman. So, like, it's going to be exactly like Spider-Man, Batman, and Superman comic books, but a little more child-friendly, and I want this to help elementary schoolers with their math and to know the difference between even numbers and odd numbers. And I also want to help them out on stuff they're still learning in elementary school, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and even fractions.
I love the concept, Jacob, because it sounds like you're trying to give a good life lesson and also educate, within,
Yeah,
at the same time. And I think that's fantastic. And you came up with this idea all on your own?
yeah, I did.
Wow. So twin brothers, is there a reason why twin brothers? Do you have any twins in your family?
Well, I don't really have any twin brothers or sisters in my family, but I do have a brother who me and that brother are 17 months apart from each other.
Oh, so it's close in age. Yeah.
Yeah, we're only like
Okay.
17 months apart.
Yeah. So I can see that. I have to ask you because I love this question when I get asked too. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Um, That's a good question, but I think I'd honestly say the power to teleport anywhere I want. Like maybe I could even teleport to places like Australia or Chicago, Illinois, or maybe India or maybe even Texas. That would be really cool.
Yes, so it sounds like you aspire to travel a lot around the world.
Yes.
Well, hopefully this will give you the opportunity to do that.
Yeah. I want
You
to
never
explore many
know.
places like Minnesota, Michigan, Texas, Chicago, Illinois, Los Angeles,
How
California,
about San
and even
Diego,
San Fran.
California? That's where I live in San Diego.
Yeah,
Have you heard of San Diego?
yeah, I have.
Yeah, okay. That's where I'm at right now. Sunny San Diego.
Cool.
Yeah, wow. I absolutely think that this is incredible and it's so needed. And I love that you're an advocate for other kids,
I
that,
am.
might have, be on the spectrum and identify as neurodivergent. So I think that gives them a lot of inspiration and hope too, which is really important. So
Yeah, it is.
you're a good advocate.
I
You are. So let me ask you, besides, obviously writing books and illustrating and drawing, do you have any other fun hobbies that you like to do?
really do. I like to ride the exercise bike in my house. It helps
Oh,
me stay fit and healthy. And I also like to listen to music. Specifically, the music I listen to the most is by Maroon 5. And I like their
wow.
first and second albums, which are songs about Jane and It Won't Be Soon Before Long, because they both have many great songs that I like, such as Harder to Breathe, This Love, Shiver, She Will Be Loved, Tangled, Wake Up Call, If I Never See Your Face Again, and many more.
I love all those songs too. I have their albums on my iTunes. I love that. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought Maroon 5. I feel like it's a very mature band at it's, I'm showing my age because they've been around since I was younger.
Yeah, they
Do you
have.
watch, are you a fan of The Voice? Because when he was when Adam Levine was a judge on there, or no?
Um, I I don't really watch The Voice
Okay.
as often, but I do know that Adam Levine from Maroon 5 is one of the um judges
Yes.
on The Voice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's why I asked, because I figured if you're a huge fan of Maroon 5, you might be a big fan of Adam Levine too. Yeah, have you seen the video of Sugar where he surprises weddings? I don't know if have you seen that video where they've
The music
surprised,
video where he
yeah,
surprises people at weddings with sugar.
yes,
That's
yes.
cool.
I thought that was so cool. That would be the best surprise of, for me, I know.
Same here, honestly.
Yeah. So, all right, I would love to know too, like, what are your favorite foods?
Well, I have lots of favorite foods such as pizza, chicken sandwiches, steak, and also chocolate cake, chocolate ice cream, um, chicken tenders, and also fruits such as watermelon, pineapple, peaches, grapes, strawberries, apples, and even pickles too.
I love pickles, like real
Yeah.
sour ones.
Yeah.
And do you have a favorite movie?
My favorite movies, I have lots of them, like Super Mario Bros. Movie,
Mm.
the recent Dogman movie, the recent Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem movie, and gazillions of others.
It sounds like you do have a wide repertoire of favorite films. Yeah, I love movies too, but now that, Netflix and all those streaming channels exist, I tend to watch a lot of shows now because there's a lot of good shows out there too. Yeah, so I tend to binge shows. I don't know, do you ever binge watch shows?
Yeah, I binge watch a lot of shows like Sonic
Mm.
Underground, Sonic X, and many others, especially South Park.
Oh, you're a fan of South Park. I am too.
Yeah,
A lot of the humor is very much geared towards adults, but you're a very
Yeah.
smart, intelligent young man, so I can tell that you would get a lot of the humor. Yeah, I love that. I want to hear too, what, obviously, you're a teen, you're younger, but do you have goals already kind of set for yourself as you get older?
Definitely. I want to work with some other author and illustrators, and I also want to um get my own balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I also want to turn some of my books into movies and millions and billions of others.
Well, those are good goals to have. So when you say you want a balloon in the Macy's parade, do you already envision what kind of balloon?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, you already have it designed.
Yeah, and I can even envision some of the trailers for some of the movies I want some of my books to turn into as well.
I can definitely see that happening, Jacob. I mean, just
Yeah,
even when you just explained the latest book that you want to write, just even the concept and the storyline, I think it's definitely going to draw in a lot of people in, and just even the fact that you said that there's a cliffhanger. We all love a good cliffhanger.
we do.
We sure do. Oh my gosh. So is there anything that you want people to know about yourself that maybe, I haven't asked?
Well, I am a teenage boy with autism, and I bet many people out there also have autism like me, and sometimes it gets pretty hard to live with autism, but I still enjoy living with autism anyway because I know that many other people out there probably have autism exactly like me.
So do you have other friends that have autism as well? Like,
Um,
is it a community that you have of friends?
yeah. I have some other friends that also have autism as well. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that I've had Eris who's been on my show quite some, I think maybe 8 times already. And I'm pretty sure your
Wow.
mom spoke with his mom yesterday because I thought you guys could maybe connect and you never know, there could be a friendship that blossoms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's great. That's why I love doing this show too, because I get to connect other kids and teenagers with others.
Yeah,
And so
that's
for
cool.
Yeah, so for me, that's fun. Do you have like a best friend?
Well, yeah, I have many best
Oh, you
friends.
have many. Okay. Good for you. I love that. And what do you guys like to do together?
Well, we usually just like to hang out with each other on FaceTime and talk about what's basically been going on with our lives.
That's fantastic. And let me see, I'm trying to think, do you have any big plans for the summer?
Um, any big plans for the summer? Um, I'm not exactly sure yet, but I do know that I'm going to go to the um Boca JCC for 4 weeks.
Do you know that I did JCC like as well in the summer when I was
Wow.
younger? So the fact that you just said JCC it was a throwback for me.
Hmm.
That's awesome. Yeah, the JCC is great. That's a good community too. I love that. Is the weather still a little chilly out there in Florida? Because I know that did you get any snow where you were?
We live in Florida, and it never snows in
Because
Florida.
Really? Because I thought it snowed in some parts of Florida about a couple months ago. It had snowed in New Orleans, and then they said in Florida somewhere. Maybe it was northern part of Florida.
Must have been north, but that's still pretty sad that it doesn't really snow where I live because I used to live in Long Island, New York, and it snowed
It
a
definitely snows
lot, and I
there.
really miss the snow in the winter time because I'm a big cold weather kind of guy.
You are. Ugh, see,
Yeah,
no, I like the warmth.
yeah, it's just that Florida is literally hot and rainy every day. We
And
usually get
humid.
nothing but rain and heat every
Yeah.
day. So annoying.
Yeah, well, maybe when you get older and you're an adult and, maybe you could choose to move back into the cold weather.
Yeah, I want to move to Minnesota when I get older, but I don't want to have to say goodbye to all my friends.
Minnesota? Why Minnesota?
It is where one of my best friends used to live, and I think
Okay.
it sounds pretty cool to check out someday.
Yeah, I do hear it gets very cold, so you'll
Does,
definitely love
yes.
that. That's great. Do you like sports?
Sports are cool. I like sports such as soccer, basketball, and tennis too.
I like tennis too. I played tennis when I was younger and in high school. That was my
Cool.
sport. Yeah. So I love that you appreciate the sport. That's great. Fantastic. So is there anything else that you want to share or anything you want to ask me or anything?
I do want to um, give everyone a special message, which is that even though things may seem hard, just remember, even on your hardest days, don't give just like me.
That is the perfect way to end this. So I'm going to stop recording, but I'm going to have you stay on, okay, Jacob? I thank you so much.
Problem. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.